All right, hi everyone. In today's episode, we are getting into songwriter royalties versus publisher royalties, also touching on producer royalties. I am going to break down what these terms truly mean so you know what you are entitled to whenever you come across these terms in different contracts, agreements, or whatever deals you are doing. I'm also going to be talking a little bit about how you should be splitting royalties and give you some examples of some major artists who have done so and how they did it. Also, at the end of the video, I have a free guide to help you guys out as well. Now, I am Tynia Coates. I formerly worked for one of the biggest companies in the music business, BMI. I have helped thousands of musicians with their royalties, and with my series, Music Money Mondays, I'm going to help you to step up your royalty game. So for the best music business advice from someone who actually worked in the industry, subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell notification so you can be notified when I post my new video every Music Money Mondays. So, let's get into it. Okay, so here is the anatomy of a song. There is a 100% ownership in a song, unless you're going by BMI standards, and then there is a 200% ownership in a song. Now, with the 100% model, 50% of the song belongs to the songwriters, and the remaining 50% of the song belongs to the publishers. With the 200% model, 100% ownership of the song belongs to the songwriters, and the remaining 100% ownership of the song belongs to the publishers. And this is true for every single song. Now, the word songwriter or writer when it comes to royalty shares means any person who contributed to the creation of the song. So if you are a writer and you wrote the lyrics or you wrote the melody, or if you are a producer and you produced the song or you made the beat for the song, you are all considered songwriters and you all have a writer share in the ownership of the song. There is no such thing as a producer share, producer royalties, composer share. You are all writers. Well, at least that's how it is here in the US. I know that there are many non-US countries, mostly in Europe, that have the author share, which is the writer share, the composer share, which is the producer share, and also the publisher share. And this is just because they have different laws in their country that recognize different rights within the music industry than here in the USA. So I just wanted to point that out because I know I do have some international subscribers out there. Shout out to you guys. And also because there are many US musicians who buy beats online, and a lot of the time it comes from people outside of the US. So I wanted to point that out to you guys. Now, getting into the writer share versus the publisher share, whatever percentage you own as a writer is the same exact percentage you own as a publisher. So if you have 25% writer share, that means that you also have 25% publisher share. The writer share and the publisher share are always directly linked every single time. That means that you cannot have 25% writer share and a 50% publisher share. Well, this can happen, but only if the publisher is representing multiple writers. So if you have a 25% writer share and your co-writer has a 25% writer share and the publisher is representing both of you, then yes, the publisher is going to have 50% share because his share is directly linked to your 25% and directly linked to their 25%. So that's how you would have different shares, but the writer share is directly connected to the publisher share. Now, you do not need to be signed to a publisher or have a publishing deal to be able to receive your publisher share of the royalties. If you have your own publishing company, then you can get the publisher share that's connected to your writer share. Or if you don't have a publishing company, it's just you by yourself, then you can still do this too. You are considered self-published because you are self-publishing yourself, and you are entitled to the publisher share that is connected to your writer share. Now, to even be able to collect any of these royalties, you must be signed up with a performing rights organization, a PRO, and if you need help choosing which PRO is best for you, then I have a video that you can watch right up here, and it will help you to know the differences and benefits with these PROs. Okay, so now I am going to get into royalty splits and how you should be splitting the shares in a song. And I am so sorry to tell you, well, maybe I'm not sorry to tell you at all, but there is no standard in how to decide what percentage of a song someone gets. None. This is just a business decision that must be made amongst yourselves as business people. Some people decide to split their royalties equally amongst each other. Some people decide that the producer is going to be getting half of the royalties and then the other co-writers split the rest amongst themselves. Some people really just try to figure out, break down who contributed what to the song, and that'll end up with people having like 2% of a song, 11% of a song, 7% of a song. So there is truly no standard in royalty splits. With that being said, don't be a douche. Do not just be greedy and try to get the highest percentage of royalties that you can get just because you want the bulk of the royalties. That is a horrible way to do business, especially with people who have helped you to create this song. If someone has helped you create the song, then they deserve some parts of the royalties. And I'm saying this because I know that there are a lot of people who will buy a beat from someone and expect to not pay any royalties to the producer after that because they already paid for the beat. But you are paying for the exclusive use of that beat. You're not paying for anything else. And like I said, the producer who made the beat still contributed to the creation of the song, which means that they deserve the royalties that come from the creation of that song. It's very simple. It's just like if somebody samples a song. Yes, maybe the sample is a very small part of the song, but guess what? That song would not be that song without that small sample. So they contributed to the creation of the song, and that is why when people sample songs, they get royalties for it. And someone who is absolutely amazing at making sure that every single person who contributed to the creation of the song gets their royalty shares is Kanye West. Yes, I know it's ironic because he's like considered the king of the douchebags. Not to me, but he is completely not a douchebag, the complete opposite of a douchebag when it comes down to splitting royalties with his co-writers, with his producers, with anyone who contributed to the creation of the song. You will always see in Kanye West songs that there are so many songwriters. I'll put some examples up on the screen because he is always giving credit, always splitting royalties with everyone. It doesn't matter how big or small they played, he is always giving them their credit and their ownership shares in the song. And with this last Kanye song, The Good Life, I just wanted to give you guys an example of how there is truly no standard for splitting royalties. You see here that there are 8 writers, 7 of them are BMI, and BMI controls 75%. So that means that Quincy Jones is getting 25% writer share, while the rest of the 7 are splitting the rest of the 75% in some way. Here is another example, a Taylor Swift song, Bad Blood. She is BMI, she has a 33% share, and there are 3 of them, which means that they most likely just split it equally between the 3 of them, with each of them getting a 33% share. And here is another random song that I have no idea what it is, I just looked it up, but it is by Dej Loaf, and DJ Mustard is the producer on the song. DJ Mustard is BMI. We see here that BMI controls 11%, which means that DJ Mustard has an 11% share in this song for his role as a producer. So as you can see, there is no standard way for splitting royalties. Just don't be a douche. Oh, and so you can avoid getting into some douchebag deals, I have created a little reference guide for you where basically you can just look at it whenever you get a split sheet or any type of agreement that mentions your ownership shares, and it will help you to understand what the terms really mean, what you are entitled to, and what you can do with that information. So that is in my description box down below. It is a free download link, also free. Just wanted to say it's free 99 since we're on Kanye West. Well, I'm on Kanye West. Also, one thing that I did not get to touch on in this video was some of the big digital distribution companies like TuneCore, CD Baby, Songtrust. They are publisher administrators, which is a completely different topic. But if you would like me to do a video on them, then please give this video a thumbs up, and also hop into the comment section and give me any questions you have on those companies so I can be able to address those questions when I make that video. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which you can do by clicking on my face somewhere over here, yes. And you can always go back and watch any of my other videos. Here's some that you can watch here, or just go to my channel. Get educated, get your money, musicians, do it, and do it well. All right, that's enough. Bye, everyone.